Whether it's scaring an old lady to death,
Aren't you precious?
or blasting biblical warriors to smithereens. Stewie has proven time and time again to be the deadliest baby on the planet. If you still doubt it, I've prepared a record of every single time he's committed murder, be it accidental murders, ones with weapons, ones with a peculiar flavor of savagery, murders committed in alternate universes, explosive ones, and even ones done in conquest. You name it, I've got it all. But first, let's start small and easy. You know what they say, nobody's perfect. Not even the mad little genius Stewie himself. As such, there are some times he accidentally kills people. Like that one time he tried to prank James Cameron.
Now that we're eccentric rich guys, we're going to go down 20,000 feet and pants James Cameron while he's excavating the Titanic.
Okay, pantsing someone seems harmless enough. What could ever go wrong? I guess someone forgot to tell Stewie that divers don't really wear pants. Then there was that other time he accidentally killed someone in daycare.
Frogs leap from bank to bank.
Don't worry, the poor little girl wasn't the one he killed. You see, Stewie's teacher had noticed some of his erratic behavior, and she thought it was wise to inform his mother.
Notice anything unusual?
I sure do. His father's not in any of them.
Exactly.
I really don't think that's the issue at all. Far from it, even. Anyway, Stewie figured that the time would be as good as any to bring his drawings to life, except there was a little hiccup.
Damn, she moved! Well, I suppose it's not the first time someone's made a miscalculation.
I think that qualifies as more than just a small miscalculation, little guy. And who can forget that one time Stewie had a crush on his babysitter?
Oh no!
Oh, Jenga, there it is!
You are so cute, I can't even stand it!
Oh, I remember feeling the same way myself when I was a kid. Stacy Bimpkins. Best babysitter a boy my age could ever. However, there was one thing that ruined it all for me. Something I suspected ruined Stewie's little crush, too.
Hey, little man. So you're the guy who's been trying to steal my girlfriend.
What, you... girlfriend? What kind of sick, twisted game are you playing at?
I know the feeling, bro, believe me. Anyway, what does Stewie do when his crush wouldn't return his affection? Take it like a man? Nope, he's a baby. He had far more sinister ideas.
Mom? Is anyone there?
Oh boy, that does not look good at all. Gotta say, I do love the whole scary setup thing he's got going on, though. What he did next, though, not so much. Oh, I see. I know this trick. Get the boyfriend out of the picture so the girl has no one else to lean on but you. I can never try it out with my Stacy Bimpkins situation. Something about her boyfriend being much stronger than me. Surprisingly, it didn't work for Stewie either, and he eventually learned to suck it up like a man. Now there was just the matter of the boyfriend in the trunk.
Oh my God, Jeremy's still in the trunk. Oh God, how long's it been? Let's see, two weeks. Yep, he's dead.
Yep, 2 weeks would definitely do that to a person. However, that's nothing compared to the freak show of an accident Stewie once caused on a highway. I believe it was the episode Road to the North Pole where he got this idea of killing Santa for some reason or the other. Anyway, to do so, he hitched a ride with a random trucker that was perfectly okay with driving an unsupervised baby. In fact, the only time he seemed bothered was when Stewie started playing with his flare gun. He was right to be worried. Good heavens, I counted at least 12 guaranteed deaths right there. And the baby that caused it all somehow managed to make it out unscathed. Terrible as it may be, it can't be as bad as when Stewie himself ran over a couple of people with a Ferrari in Vegas. I know this is gonna make me sound like a complete asshole, but I'm more disheartened about the totaled Ferrari. So I guess that brings Stewie's accidental murders to a total of 18. Not bad if you don't consider the fact that he's a 1-year-old. Let's see how he fares with weapons. In addition to world domination and all general evilness, Stewie's a big fan of weapons. I'm talking guns, grenades, lasers, even rocket launchers. Speaking of rocket launchers, that's one of the rare ones you hardly see the baby use, but when he does, he sure knows how to.
Come play with us, Stewie. Forever and ever and ever.
Score! 2 for 1. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't joke about these sort of things, but you gotta admit, you'd have done the same if the creepy twins from The Shining came at you. However, I can't quite defend why he'd kill Matthew McConaughey, though.
Matthew McConaughey? Yeah, I'm looking for a guy named Stewie. Ow!
Chris, grab his legs. I gotta bury this thing.
I've got so many questions, man. Why was Matthew looking for Stewie? Why kill him? Who can even understand the mind of that crazy baby? Still, there are times when Stewie's kills are perfectly understandable, like destroying a mega store with a tank. Okay, let's back the hell up a bit. This was around the time Superstore opened up a branch in Quahog, and with it came a lot of pesky changes.
Great, rolling blackouts. Now Superstore USA is siphoning off all the city's power.
Superstore USA has their own paper route.
Wait a minute, why would a store want to get in on the newspaper delivery business? You know what? Don't matter. With all the annoyances the store brought, Stewie was pretty much at his limits.
Oh, God, it's so hot.
Brian, spit on me. Oh, that's nice. Now tell me I'm scum.
Oh, don't pretend like we didn't just hear you, buddy. So if you haven't already put two and two together, allow me to aid you here. The dog and the baby's idea of fixing the Superstore situation was destroying said Superstore with a tank. But like you saw earlier, they didn't exactly kill any of the shoppers, except this one rando out of nowhere.
So you got a tank. Big whoop. Want to fight about it?
That's why I don't mess with people in tanks. Or babies who foolishly join the army. That's right, the next kill comes shortly after Stewie joins the army.
Where do I sign?
There's a $100 bonus if you sign up a buddy.
Really? Well, I think I have a surprise for somebody.
Imagine you're on your own, chilling, and all of a sudden you're drafted into the army all because your friend wanted to make $100.
Congratulations, you are both in the army.
We're both at... What?
Now, I don't know how legally binding any of what Stewie did was, but if I was Brian, there's no way in hell I'd be roped into such a scam. Probably. And no baby nor old-timey sing-song would make me do it.
Okay, they're dead, all right?
Okay, a baby with an M9 double-action pistol might make me do it. Anyway, the duo soon found out that being in the army wasn't all fun and games, so they devised a clever plan to get the hell out of Dodge.
Ah, damn it! Ah!
I think you missed me.
All right, I'll try again.
That's not safe. Ow, ow, ow.
One of the crazy thing about all that, even after shooting themselves, the army still refused to let them go. Don't know how they managed to escape, but by the next episode, the duo were back to their normal lives, Brian drinking unashamedly during the day, and Stewie trying to make friends with a rando on the street. Wait, what?
Oh, and you got a little tear on your pants there. Oh, that's on purpose, though, isn't it? You're a bad boy. Society wants your pants to be intact, but you're just not going to listen, are you? My God, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to kill you.
You know what? That guy had it coming. Trying to look cool with his torn jeans and a fresh t-shirt? You're just like the rest of us, pal. Get in line. Another person that apparently had it coming was a cast member of Star Trek The Next Generation. Forgot her name, though. Probably wasn't important anyway. Anywho, Stewie just built a transporter exactly like the ones in Star Trek, and his plan was to hang out with the cast of the show, ask some questions, the usual fanboy stuff. However, his first attempt at summoning them was not so successful. Don't get me wrong, he did manage to transport some people, but let's just say they were the cast for a different kind of movie.
All right, you girls ready? What's going on?
Why am I not surprised? Anyway, Stewie's second attempt did warp in the Star Trek cast, but one of them thought it was wise to speak against the baby that yanked her through space-time.
I'm a huge fan, and you're going to answer all my questions.
But you're a baby.
That was a warning. Please do not speak unless you're spoken to.
That looked like it hurt. Anywho, Stewie's next kill with the weapon is a bit more simplistic in a manner of speaking. Remember that episode where he wanted to kill Santa? Well, he saw how Santa had it worse and ended up doing the present delivery with Brian that Christmas Eve. Boy, did they botch that up so frackin' fast.
Calling the cops. What the hell did you do?
Yep, that certainly did the trick. But what about the wife and kid, huh?
Where's Dan?
Pretty understandable. The two are already in too deep. Thankfully, they showed a little bit of Christmas spirit to the little girl. Well, as far as Christmas presents go, one can argue she got the best gift of all, the gift of life. That is, if you can look past the whole dead parents thing. You want to know the irony of this whole mess? It's this.
What other kid?
Johnny, the one who's getting the bat.
Stewie, there's only one bedroom up here.
Oh my God, we're in the wrong house.
Yep, bro just broke into the wrong house and murdered a little girl's parents with another little kid's Christmas present. I'm sure that wins Santa of the Year somewhere. Moving on. Does anyone remember that time Meg and her dorky friend were taken, and it was up to Stewie and Brian to rescue her Mel Gibson style? Well, if you do, then you know how it involved Stewie and Brian gunning down bad guys in Paris.
What the hell are you doing?
We haven't eaten since the plane. I'm starving.
You know, I'd almost forgotten that Brian was even in the room. So much for man's best friend.
Where is the this girl?
We keep girls upstairs.
I hope you burn in hell.
Although we don't see it, it's safe to assume that he also killed that guy, right? I mean, you don't go around telling guys you fought to burn in hell if you aren't gonna send them there, right? Then there was this crazy part where Stewie had to go undercover as one of the slaves at the auction.
I have 50,000. I have 75,000.
I wonder how much they'd bid for Meg.
Wonder what music they're gonna use for her. Seems about right.
Poor Meg. Well, you wouldn't be feeling such pity when you find out she was bought to be a wife, not a slave, and even better, a wife to a handsome prince.
It is my hope that you will agree to be my wife. Will you be my wife?
Oh, yes!
Oh my frick, yes, 1,000 times yes. Prince whose name I don't even know, yes, I'll be your wife. Oh wait, he meant Meg.
Hi, Meg.
You know, as much as I feel like Meg really needed that break from the mess that's her life, I can't help but feel relieved that she didn't get the prince. If I can't have him, no one else should. You know, this kind of reminds me of that episode where Peter became the godfather, for some reason.
DiGiorno.
Damn it, Peter. Being Susie's godfather doesn't mean you're in the mob.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant a godfather to a child, not like the mob one. Either way, it didn't stop Peter from blowing things out of proportion.
With the guys at my side, we were the most powerful criminal organization in Cohort. Until things started to come apart after the Lufthansa heist. We discussed laying low. Be careful with this. We stole it.
Now, as a child of the mafioso boss, Stewie naturally had to step up and get into the family business, and that involved getting rid of pests, or in this case, pets.
Hey, what do you say you and I do a little fishing?
Poor Brian. Now he's sleeping with the fishies. Until the next episode, I guess, or hell, even later in this episode. Alright, so far we've covered normal guns, laser guns, even rocket launchers, but do you know the greatest weapon of all? The pencil. I know the saying goes, the pen is mightier than the sword, but Stewie hasn't killed anyone with a pen yet, so you're gonna have to manage with the pencil. Now, this spectacular feat happened in the episode where he got back at Brian for making fun of his height.
Well, Brian, you seem to enjoy belittling me, so I decided to belittle you. It was easy, really, like taking candy or a whistle from a baby.
How many of you thought Stewie's revenge was stabbing Brian with a pencil? Come on, show of hands. It's okay to be gruesome imaginative thinkers. It's a curse. It very much is. Anywho, Stewie did stab something with a pencil. It just wasn't Brian. You see, in the process of him trying to save Brian from a monstrous-looking rat, Stewie shrank himself, and the rest is pretty obvious. How does... That line doesn't even make the slightest bit of sense. I can't be bothered by that right now. While on their tiny quest to revert back to their original sizes again, Stewie and Brian met a civilization of micro-animals called water bears. Yep, totally a real thing, look it up. And in exchange for helping the duo, Stewie promised to give them a drop of water once he's normal sized. He did end up keeping that promise. Alas, one drop was way too much.
Bleak country music!
In Stewie's defense, the water bears were the ones that asked for a drop of water, so... Anyway, the moral lesson of the whole episode was don't make fun of people's heights, and Brian was lucky Stewie only shrunk him. It could have been worse.
Hey, you want to end the show with a to-be-continued meme? I don't even know what that...
There's no better way to wrap up an episode than with a perfect JoJo reference. Viva la JoJo. If we tally up all those weapon-related murders, it comes to a decent 24 kills. But I get the feeling his savage kills would be twice as much. While Stewie is mostly known for blasting his enemies with laser guns, there are a few odd times when he's unalived people in peculiar ways. Take, for example, the time he offed some kids at the playground. It started with one unlucky runt disturbing his make-believe playtime.
Don't! Please!
Our little boys are becoming fast friends.
Oh, Lois. Poor, naive Lois. Little did she know Stewie was already plotting his revenge.
Hey everyone, meet Jeffrey, the newest member of the club.
I don't know if you noticed, but I took a good look at that hole with the poor kids in it. There was no food or water, meaning those kids are cooked. And trust me, it wasn't the last time Stewie unalived kids his own age. I remember that one time he got into a serious relationship with this baby, Olivia. Man, were they in love.
You know, Stewie, I'm really glad I gave you another chance. You're a really special guy.
You know, Olivia, I can't think of any place I'd rather be than right here, right now, with you.
The couple were so in love that they actually moved in together. If you can call living in a makeshift carton house that. Heck, they even got married.
Stewie, take you, Olivia, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I just love weddings, even the ones that are doomed to fail. And this one right here was definitely one of them.
What's for dinner?
Play-Doh spaghetti.
Oh.
What?
No, it's nothing. Just had Play-Doh spaghetti last night.
Oh boy, I know where this is going.
What does that mean?
Oh, I don't know, Olivia. Maybe that we are in a sexless marriage?
Do you even know what wax is?
That's not the point. Don't change it. It's a kind of cake.
Look, can we just drop this and have a normal pretend dinner?
Fine, fine.
Ugh, this is why I can't stand marriages, the weddings, the love. Ugh. And it was just a matter of time before the cliche end to most relationships happen.
Oh, Stewie, I thought you were at Chuck E. Cheese with your mom. Stewie, this isn't what it looks like.
It's always some cheating fricker, isn't it? Oh well, that was pretty much the last straw for Stewie. To watch the love of his life cheat on him at such a young age, too, it would break anyone's heart. Still, if there's one thing Stewie's great at, it's getting even.
Cheating wife and pompous ass burned alive.
The beautiful cruelty of it all. It kind of reminds me of that one time the family tried to replace Brian with a new Brian. And I mean that in a literal sense, by the way. The new dog's name was New Brian.
Whose leg do you have to hump to get a hug around here?
Dang, with an award-winning joke like that, it's no surprise the family immediately took to New Brian. Then there was the issue of what to do with the old one.
I got this new gun.
Here we go.
And I thought we could go deep in the woods where no one would ever think to look.
Oh, boy.
And just shoot it.
I don't think so, Peter.
Obviously, the only person that wasn't okay with Brian being booted out for the new Brian was Stewie, and that was largely because the new Brian was such a goody two-shoes pain in the ass. That and the unforgivable act of humping Stewie's favorite toy/imaginary boyfriend.
He's gonna be thinking of me.
I felt sorry for new Brian the moment Stewie went silent. I can only imagine the horrible death he must have put the dog through. Oh, looky here, there's no need to imagine it.
I killed myself, chopped myself up, and put myself in the garbage. Wow, he must have had some demons.
Yep, it'd really be the ones that seem the happiest indeed. Either way, it's really reassuring how Stewie, despite his cruelty, is still protective of Brian. I mean, this dude would go through crazy lengths to show just how much he and the family cares about Brian. Like that one time Brian was feeling left out and unloved by the Griffins, Stewie took it upon himself to prove the dog wrong in a most peculiar way.
There was a fire at Quahog Liquor last night. No people were killed, but the burned body of a dog was found inside. The tag on the collar says he lived here.
Oh my god! Brian!
Now, before y'all get your knickers in a twist, Stewie didn't kill Brian just to prove that the family loves him. He's alive and well. See for yourself.
I can't believe Brian's dead.
He was the smartest person I knew.
Told you he was alive. As for the dog that died in the fire, well, sacrifices had to be made.
Wait a second, just to prove a point to me, you burned down a liquor store and murdered a dog?
Well, a stray.
Thank you.
Another instance of Stewie going on a savage murder bender is that episode where he tried to enhance his evil aspects with science.
Well, how do you feel?
I don't feel any different.
Well, that was because he mistakenly made an evil twin clone. A clone that had no qualms beating the absolute snot out of Stewie and Brian.
Evil Stewie, come with me.
My golly goober, that was straight up beyond brutal. But not as bad as what this poor lady went through.
Are you okay?
Evil Stewie's menace didn't stop there, though. You know that Kool-Aid guy that always bursts through walls and says, "Oh yeah"? Let's just say he won't be doing that anymore.
Oh yeah!
Did anybody else see that as borderline cannibalism, or does it not count when the blood is technically Kool-Aid? Thankfully, OG Stewie and Brian were able to stop him before he went on a murder spree. The circumstances surrounding that were a bit too dicey for my liking, though.
Shoot him! No, Brian, look at me! Shoot him!
Of course, there's no way evil Stewie would have time to bother about his whittle baby feet. Good shooting, Brian. All's well that ends well.
Just glad this nightmare is over. And I'm really glad I didn't kill the wrong Stewie.
Yeah, me too. Well, come on, I'll take you home.
Seems like a problem for another day. Up next, we have someone you never expect Stewie to kill. Someone who's been by his side for as long as I can remember. Someone he loves ever so dearly.
Dear Stewie, you've given me life. And some would say I'm indebted to you.
Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh? Which begs the question, why would Stewie ever kill Rupert?
He must kill Brian.
Oh yeah, that's why. If you're thinking it's unnecessary to worry about a homicidal teddy bear, then clearly you haven't seen Chucky. Somehow all these reanimated toys always seem to be blessed with people killing strength.
Oh God, I'm too late!
You know, it's funny how Stewie's trying to save Brian considering he's the one that wanted him to die in the first place. Why? Something about Brian refusing to wear a couple's Halloween costume, not important. Anyway, it was up to Stewie to put an end to Rupert's short life. Oh, there's nothing grosser than dying in a public toilet. I'd rather just live. Another time, Stewie whips up a peculiar kills in the episode Da Boom after a New Year's apocalypse.
Actually, sir, each of those lights represents a missile launching by itself. The pattern is just a coincidence.
Oh, well, now that you mention it, the Y is a little misshapen.
In In a surprising twist, the Griffins actually survived the whole mess thanks to Peter's genius idea to build a bunker. Spoiler alert, he only got that idea from a madman in the streets, but let's let him have this one. Anyway, apocalyptic times usually come with certain flavorful after effects. Zombies, mutants, mutant zombies. Thankfully, this one was just the mutant kind. And guess who the mutant in the Griffin family was? Besides Meg, of course.
My big handsome boy.
The devil are you talking about, handsome?
I was kind of expecting him to be like the cool kind of mutants. You know, like Professor X, maybe Wolverine. Not the weird octopus legs and egg-laying kind of mutant.
Well, that wasn't so bad. I don't know what these women are always complaining about. Ah!
And here I thought it couldn't get any worse. I was wrong.
Quick, grab the guns! They're our only hope!
Sure, killing a little settlement of, 36 people is bad, but such is life in a post-apocalyptic world, and that brings Stewie's savage kills to 47. So far, we've only grazed the mild murders Stewie has committed here and there, and it's already up to 99 kills. You better strap in, because it's time to hit the big leagues. Something explosive. You'd expect someone who fancies destruction like Stewie to indulge more often in explosive murders. On the contrary, Stewie rarely ever resorts to the sublime art of blowing things up. Hard to say why. Perhaps he likes snuffing the life out of people up close and personal, or he's never been annoyed enough to blow something up. Come to think of it, the episode Christmas Guy might support the latter theory. If I recall, the Christmas Carnival was canceled that year, and Stewie was not pleased.
Boy, Stewie was really upset about the Christmas Carnival being canceled. He's been acting out all week.
How much trouble can he cause? He's a baby.
It's kind of hard to tell if he's mad about the carnival thing or if he's just picking on Meg like usual. I bet it's just a pick on Meg thing. Besides, Stewie's a big boy. I'm sure he's gotten over the whole carnival thing. Just ask his mom.
I mean, I know Stewie was disappointed about the carnival, but he'll get over it.
A sense of wonder.
Well, you have your work cut out for you, Peter.
Good heavens, to blow up like half a quahog over a canceled Christmas carnival's a tad bit overboard. Seeing as the city's population's around 30,000, that means the dude basically murdered like 15,000 people right there. Thank goodness that's all he's done with explosives. How about the kills from Stewie's conquests? A lot of you may think that Stewie's been evil since the day he was born. I'm here to tell you that that is absolutely erroneous. That maniac of a child has been scheming and killing since he was before even born. I remember his first conquest was during the Great Race of Nature.
As I recall, it was every potential man for himself.
I think my biology teacher left out the part where sperm are like fighter jets equipped with laser blasters, and leave it to Stewie to murder his way into insemination.
I alone had reached the target objective thanks to the peerless intrepidity I developed at testicular boot camp.
The takeaway I'm getting from this is that I must have been a really awesome pilot before birth. Anyway, after murdering his potential siblings, Stewie was trapped in Lois's womb for 9 months, standard procedure. That was until his first nemesis was brought to light, the Man in White, code name for the doctor that delivered him.
The Man in White. He failed to thwart my escape into the outside world, and now, 1 year hence, he's returning to rectify his mistake and put me back in the womb.
Bless his little evil soul. Sometimes it's easy to forget that Stewie, despite his immense intellect, is still just a baby. He actually thought his parents were hiring his doctor to put him back in the womb. And what does he do to prevent that? Well, I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with utter. Urder.
What the hell is this?
The funny thing was that the Man in White wasn't even his doctor. It was just some pervert cultist looking to unalive himself with a bunch of kids. Anyway, I guess Stewie was actually the good guy here. But not for long. You see, there came a moment where his parents were feeling that emptiness and longing for another child. The same moment that removes you from being the favorite child and replaces you with the cuter one. Naturally, Stewie was not a fan.
From this day forward, Peter and Lois shall not conceive.
And so, like any maniacal baby would do, Stewie thwarted all of his parents' plans to do the nasty. Some of his methods, though, were questionably weird, to say the least.
Lois wants to have sexual relations when she finds lipstick on your collar.
Haha, the classic lipstick on a shirt. You can never go wrong with that one. And I bet Stewie would have gotten away with it if he didn't get carried away with his weird fantasies.
Oh, you're a filthy girl, aren't you? Oh, you're a dirty flirt.
Anywho, since the lipstick and perfume plan fell through, Stewie figured he'd nip the whole baby thing right from the source, and by that I mean Peter's nuts. Calm down, he didn't literally nip Peter's ball. He just crafted a spaceship, shrunk it, then flew into Peter's ball to kill the sperm.
Do you know what today is? A bad day to be a sperm.
Well, I'd say he got a good chunk of them, at least 50 for sure. And after that display of destruction, Stewie was basking in the wake of the absolute chaos when all of a sudden, a sperm fighter, brave of seed and red of hair, stepped in to challenge him.
You came unarmed?
As we agreed.
Admirable.
Not foolish!
Unfortunately, rather than kill him, Stewie came to realize that he and the sperm shared similar hatred for Lois. In fact, having him born as his brother would make killing Lois remarkably easier. Imagine all the possibilities. And so, Stewie left the lucky sperm alive and embraced the idea of having a baby brother. Now that I think about it, his original plan was stupid in the first place. Wouldn't Peter's nuts just create more sperm in like a couple months? Anyway, that was not the last Stewie heard of his sperm brother he never had. In a surprising and unfathomable turn of events, Peter tried to get a vasectomy but wound up donating sperm instead.
Just come out whenever you're done.
Oh God! Oh God! I think I feel them moving.
I'm sure you get the picture. The whole rack of sperm had to be replaced somehow. So with Peter's seed spread everywhere, it was only a matter of time before the right one bore fruit.
It's a boy!
And so Bertram was born. Didn't take long at all for him to reconnect with Stewie, albeit on bad terms. What's crazier than little babies battling with fighter jets and helicopters? The fact that this whole beef started because Stewie refused to share the playground with Bertram. In the end, the two siblings resorted to fighting mano a mano, a duel to the death.
Any last words?
Oh, don't get your knickers in a bunch. Bertram survived. I'm told he ran away like a little girl. So I guess the only blood Stewie shed was the poor bloke who took the missile meant for Bertram earlier on. Anywho, fighting long-lost sperm siblings isn't the only form of conquest Stewie is engaged in. Sometimes the greatest conquest is the one for a maiden's heart.
I feel like I may have finally found, in you, my one true soulmate.
What makes this particular girl so special, you wonder? Maybe it's the fact that she's basically the female version of Stewie.
Isn't that the little boy who pushed you? You there. Would you like a piece of candy?
She might actually be worse than Stewie. The boy might as well be a saint compared to her.
My mother's not a concern.
Oh, do you have one of those white wine zombie moms?
She was taking a tub and somebody came in and cut her head off.
This should be #1 on the tips of how to spot a red flag. Girls who behead their mom. Alas, Stewie was more fascinated than horrified by her, and so they went on to have fun in the most evil ways they could. I've got lots of questions on how any of that is scientifically possible, but I'll pass for now. What has me more concerned is the next thing on their evil to-do list.
Okay, I have to destroy Copenhagen with a tidal wave, and the theme is the Roaring Twenties.
I know it looks all silly and ludicrous, but I did some digging. If Stewie really did destroy Copenhagen with a tidal wave, that basically means he killed an approximate of 2,060,000 people. That's a lot of murder. Either way, it was all fun and games and love for Stewie until Penelope asked too much of him.
Do you love me?
More than anything.
Then swear on that love that you'll do what I ask. Kill Brian for me.
Obviously, that's where Stewie drew the line. Penelope, on the other hand, wasn't too pleased with Stewie's weakness and decided to do the deed herself.
Brian, no! Penelope told me I had to kill you because you said we should break up.
I know, right? Some people can be such nosy gossips. Anyway, with Penelope out for Brian's blood, there was only one option left for Stewie: a fight to the death.
Penelope, I can't let you do this.
Thanks to the power of being a main character, Stewie emerged victorious. All that was left to do was to put an end to Penelope's shenanigans once and for all. Sly to the very end, that Penelope was, but she certainly left a huge impression on Stewie's heart, and possibly the motivation to plot the greatest conquest of his entire one-year life. It was finally time to vanquish the one person Stewie has considered his real archenemy, the owner of the accursed womb he was trapped in for 9 months, his very own mama, Lois. And boy, has that little demon tried every little trick in the book to get her.
Victory is mine!
This was one of his more successful attempts. Alas, Death was taking a sick day so she couldn't die, and I meant that literally. Death himself was taking an actual break from collecting souls.
Ah, that feels good.
Yes, mothers can be quite the botheration, can't they?
Look at the little tyke, eager for Death to be back on his feet so he can finally finish off his mother. Looking at him, you never believe there are moments when Stewie would actually save his mom from death. I know, I was shocked to find out as well, but the evidence speaks for itself.
Goodbye, Lois.
If anybody's gonna take that down, it's gonna be me.
Aha! I knew there was some ulterior motive behind saving her. Not really sure why he didn't just shoot Lois then and there too, but oh well, who can understand the mind of a psycho baby genius and all that? Eventually, after many attempts, Stewie finally cornered his mom down. This time, there was no convoluted schemes, no Home Alone traps, no over-the-top murderous invention, just him with a trusty Uzi. Unfrackin' believable. I know you see Stewie try and fail to kill Lois so many times that it's become a running joke, and now he frackin' does it, all cause his mom ditched him and went on a cruise? Naturally, with Lois being out of the picture now, someone had to take the fall for the whole thing, someone being Peter. But right before he was about to be sentenced to the slammer, someone objected.
Lois! You're alive!
Oh, she's alive? I knew she was alive the whole time. Anyway, it was time for Lois to get some much-needed revenge on her evil baby, but what does Stewie do in response? Oh, nothing much. He just adds a little kidnapping to his crime tab.
You could have drugged this. Well, I'm no fool. Brian, taste this.
Lois, he's got a gun.
Look, I'll do it myself. How about that?
I think we should do what he says.
Well, yeah,
I'm
but Brian...
totally willing to do this for the family.
I'm not sure.
Really, Brian? Even in the face of danger, you're still trying to get some action with Lois? Bad dog. Luckily, that farce was interrupted by Cleveland showing up the next second, although it wasn't so lucky for Cleveland.
Holy crap!
Alas, gunning down Cleveland was just the tip of the crime iceberg Stewie had in mind. With everyone on the hunt for him, it was now a go big or go home situation. And the go big option was the one he's always dreamed of. Next to killing Lois, of course, world domination. Well, you know how the story goes. He makes a bunch of ridiculous rules, bans sex, blah blah blah. Oh, and there was this really cool fight scene when Lois tried to put an end to his tyranny.
Go ahead, Lois. Do it. Shoot me. Shoot your little baby Stewie.
Well, they really went all out with that fight, huh? From guns to melee to explosions, that was total cinema. Alas, by the end of it, Lois couldn't kill her little baby. What a wuss. But I suppose unaliving your kid's probably the hardest thing to do. That is, besides taking a dump after Mexican food. Too bad Stewie didn't feel the same way about his mom, though.
It's just been revoked.
Wait a patty flippin' minute. It's bad enough that Peter just gunned down his own baby, albeit the same baby that tried to kill his wife, but he goes ahead to drop a terrible finishing line that makes absolutely no sense. What a waste. What happened to Hasta la Vista, baby? Or something original, like it's way past your bedtime. I suppose I should be satisfied with Stewie's tyranny finally being brought to an end. Or is it?
Hey, Stewie, we got a postcard from Peter and Lois on the cruise. What are you doing?
While y'all try to wrap your heads around that crazy twist, I'm gonna tally up Stewie's conquest kills. And boy, I must tell you, it ain't looking good. 2,060,058 kills. You know what's even less pretty? All the murders Stewie from a bunch of alternate universes has committed. If there's one thing Family Guy is known for, it's their alternate universes, most of which are like parodies to other works of art. And of course, Stewie is just as evil in most of them. So evil, he basically crippled Joe in a universe where the dude could actually walk.
Now I'm gonna have to spend the rest of my life in a wheelchair.
No, you're not.
As far as alternate universes go, that wasn't the only time Stewie was bloody mean. There was also that one time he was the King of England.
I wish to be entertained. Where's my troupe of actors?
Presenting the cast of How I Met Your Mother.
You told her I told you I kissed her?
Dude, you broke the bro code.
That's not against the bro code.
Yes, it is. Article 15B. That's the heart of the bro code, man.
Well, you're right. I guess I did break the bro code.
Hey, ho.
They aren't bringing their A game today, I'm not surprised. And neither was Stewie.
I think I'd like to delete this from my TiVo. Bring me my mid-season replacement fool!
Ah, the good old days. Things were much simpler back then. Nowadays, canceling a subscription is like finding a needle in the mother of all haystacks. Up next is a universe where he was a character in the book Of Mice and Men. Now, I'm not quite versed in the literatures, but I get the gist. It's basically about two brothers trying to make a living during the Great Depression.
Welcome to Phelps Ranch.
Listen, we're looking for field work, if you need any extra hands.
I like to kill animals and then a lady.
I think that just about sums up the whole plot of the book, actually. Might as well see it just to be sure.
Puppy!
Oh, fuck!
Okay, so I see the animal killing part. What about the part where he kills the bad guy's wife or something?
I want you to destroy me.
Wow, that was brutal. For a moment there, I forgot it's Stewie's kills we're meant to be looking out for here. Speaking of, after Chris killed Meg, there was pretty much only two options left to Stewie. Kill Chris, who's now most wanted, or defend him like a good brother and go down with him. I need not tell you which option Stewie picked.
Why don't you face away from me and count the stars?
Okay.
Bye-bye, Lenny.
He had me fooled for a second there. Then there was this Sherlock Holmes universe where Brian was Watson and Stewie was desperately trying to convince us he's Holmes.
I'm getting married. I deduce, Watson, that you're getting married.
That's the sleaziest Sherlock Holmes representation I've ever seen. Still, I've got to give him credit for solving the case of the missing crown jewels. Although, if I'm being totally honest, a sewer rat could have solved it faster.
Hold it right there, Professor Moriarty. How did you know it was me?
Holmes, you've done it again. If there's actually anything he did that was truly Sherlock Holmes worthy, it would be the way he dispatched Moriarty.
Watson, the scepter!
My gut says it was probably luck, but I'm just gonna let him have this one. Another fun universe that comes to mind was the Romeo and Juliet one. As you can imagine, Peter is Romeo, Lois is Juliet, and Stewie is her jealous cousin Tybalt, who's been itching to kill Romeo.
Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago.
Hello?
Yes, I'm looking for Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. Heavyset fellow, glasses.
Wait a minute! We don't have phones or Chicago! All right, you gotta die.
Too bad. Stewie Tybalt might have missed his chance that night, but it didn't take very long to bump into them again.
Mercutio!
How the tables turned indeed. Well, you know the rest of the Romeo and Juliet story. On to the next universe. I think this one parodies the Fatal Attraction movie. Never saw it personally. It must have been before my time or something. Get this, it's about a married guy that cheats on his wife. The side chick gets preggers and starts blackmailing the guy until he kills her or something like that. Boy, old-timey movies had simple plots, didn't they?
Dad, the not cell phone's ringing.
Let's let the new answering machine get it.
Hi, Dan. It's Alex Forrest. I just found out I'm pregnant. Now I'm giving you a minute to pick up the phone hastily.
I got it.
So apparently the side chick, who's also played by Lois, wanted to keep the baby. For some reason, the only way to do that was to remove Lois, the wife, from the picture. Cheating husband Peter, on the other hand, wasn't down with this development.
You deserve to die because the choices I made are your fault.
So to answer the question on everyone's minds, where does Stewie come into all this? Well, he does what any 1980s baby from a broken home would do.
It's just been revoked.
I will never understand movies from the 80s. That's why we're gonna look at one from the 90s, The Silence of the Lamb. That's the one with the creepy psycho killer Hannibal Lecter. And guess who plays that character?
Hello, Clarice.
Of course Stewie would be Lecter, no shocker there. It's how he escaped from prison though that would truly shock you.
Coming up, dinner. But first, I turn my back to a dangerous murderer.
I'm gonna be sick. Wait a minute, Lecter was a cannibal too, right? Do you think he ate the rest of the guard? Genuine question, not even out of grossness. I think I'm also done with movies from the 90s now. Let's look at something more recent, like Top Gun Maverick. I don't really remember much about the movie except the cool fighter jet scenes, maybe because it felt like a bland, dull, military and boomer-coded movie. Gee, I guess movies haven't really gotten much better over the decades, huh?
We can't take much more of this.
We're gonna have to eject. I'm gonna climb, then we'll eject on 3.
On 3 or after 3?
You're just like your stupid father.
Oh well, might as well watch the cool fighter jet scene at the end. You know, I found it quite odd that Stewie wasn't the bad guy in this parody. In fact, he had a much more positive role.
Take the shot.
Not even sure what character he was playing, but okay. Maybe we should look at some classic shows instead. That might be cooler. Like Star Wars. That's always an awesome watch, and it's even funnier when the Griffins get involved. Especially with Stewie as Darth Vader.
I find your lack of faith disturbing. That property is in a prime location. 20 minutes to the beach, 20 minutes to downtown.
Just like the original source, Darth Stewie is incredibly evil. Evil enough to sorta maybe kill Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Your powers are weak, old man.
Also evil enough to kill some random old and possibly suicidal resistance fighter.
Careful, Red Fox! There's one right on your tail!
I'm coming, Elizabeth!
And one of his own subordinates through the frackin' TV.
Didn't know I could choke you through the TV, did you? Don't fail me.
Oh, and another one of his subordinates through the radio.
He's not on hold, and he just heard you.
Yeah, I just heard you.
Good heavens, take it easy with the long-distance force choke. Anyway, my point being, Darth Stewie is definitely an evil force to be reckoned with. So evil, in fact, he blew up an entire planet habitating about 2 billion people. Is habitating a word? I'm honestly surprised Stewie didn't just force choke the entire planet. Anyway, thanks to that little planet side, Stewie's alternate universe kills come up to a total of 2,014,000,000. You know, in the face of the 2 billion kills, the 14 kind of feels decorative. You know what doesn't feel decorative? All the murders he's lined up in pursuit of his personal conquest. Oh, it's been a long ride of spine-chilling, gruesome, and shocking streaks of murder, and I personally believe Alcatraz is too good for the likes of Stewie. I dare you to find another baby who's committed murder a grand total of 2,002,075,171 times. That's gotta be a world record in some universe, and I bet I know someone who can top that. Want to know who? Not telling. Just smash the link on screen to find out. And as always, thank you for watching.